Hi.
Hi, Elias. Just give me a minute. George is also joining. We'll
Yeah,
wait
sure.
for like 5 minutes. Yeah.
Uh, First
Yeah.
of all, hi Julius. Thanks for joining. It's been a while since we last
Yeah,
hold this contributor call, and happy to see you here. From what I remember, we talked on LinkedIn, right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's great. So let me share my screen, and also, like in the meantime, maybe we should introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, please, Nisha, go ahead if you like.
Okay. Yeah. I'm working with Web3 Labs and a maintainer of Web3J. And yeah, basically, we have been like contributing to Web3J, maintaining, and then also actively contributing to Beso. Yeah, George, maybe you can go.
Yep, I'm George, also part of Web3 Labs, maintainer of Web3J, pretty much doing the same thing as Nishal. Julius, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, my name is Julius. I'm from Germany. We're working on the project where we take advantage of the Web3J library. I hope in the future I can tell more about it. Currently clarifying that if we're allowed to talk about it. Um, but yeah, I'm a software developer and working for entity data.
Hey, nice to meet you, and happy to have you
Yeah, nice to
here.
meet you too.
Okay, so we'll start to go through the agenda, and here we have a few points. Okay, let me close this. Okay, so we'll go through the updates. We'll talk about the summits, and also we have a mentorship which is going on the Web3J side. And in the end, we'll discuss the major so the issues that have been raised recently by the community. So starting up with the updates from my side, last week I've pushed the changes that extends the HSM processor request, and what this does is that it's a ready to use implementation for interacting with hardware security module using Ethereum private Ethereum keys credentials, yeah, and that implementation is specifically made for AWS KMS. And also there should be a blog post about it. I can't remember if they managed to publish it. Sorry. Nishal, do you have any? Could you check in the meantime to see if on Web3
Yeah.
Labs has been published anything related to KMS?
Yeah. 1 second. Oh, no, I don't think not yet.
Oh, okay, then we'll catch up Nancy later. Okay, but I can go and show you the request. Web3J. Close those. Oh, okay, this one. So what this does is that it's ready to use implementation that automatically uses the AWS SDK and directly connects with the KMS and does the signing and use that as a security module in order to sign the transactions in Web3J and further to submit them on the blockchain network. It should be intuitive. Also, I will share in the
Currently, it's
This-
specifically for AWS.
Well, this is just an implementation for AWS because we had
okay.
some
Okay.
users that they had some issues in implementing this because this was added 1 or 2 years ago, this HMS request processor. And this is a generic and can be adapted to any hardware security module. But in here, what we added by request is just a ready-to-use implementation, and it can be taken as an example for further implementations.
Okay. Good to know. So there was a bigger issue with AWS, and so you decided to implement this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, and also in here we mentioned like in comments why, because it seems that there is a misconfusion, and also I tried the ChatGPT, the paid version, in order to see what keys it recommends me from AWS. And from what I've seen, it recommended me the wrong key. I can't remember exactly the name that is displayed there in KMS, but the thing is that, and I specified somewhere here, just give me a second. Okay, this is the key that needs to be selected when the AWS KMS is configured in order to work properly in this in Web3J, because this is the type of the key which is used also in EVM networks. Selecting any other key will fail the verification of the third-party verification that we are doing it with Web3J. Okay, so that's that relating to this. And in terms of Web3J, other things that we've been doing. One second, let me go to the pull request. So, okay, from here we added, there was a fix, this related to the closable interfaces that has been done. And there was somewhere in the logic, something I can't remember exactly, but okay, it was on the RPC API. It was a small bug. And also other thing is that we were working on the other, how they're called, the other projects part of Web3J, because here in Web3J we have Web3J as a big library, but also we have some other some other tools library which are using with Web3J, and one of that is Web3J Open API. And in here we have been doing some fix because this was a really cool tool that we used to have it in the past. But as we continue with the upgrades and so on, we got some issues with the Swagger and Open API. And what this really does is creates the Swagger interface for a small Web3J for a project which uses Web3J, and in that interface, the endpoints are exposed in order to interact with the smart contract directly from a UI. So we did a part of the work this week in order to fix it, to which we contributed, and we had to migrate a lot of libraries. And also we fixed some of the tests, but it seems that like when we import it in the Web3J CLI and start to test it to see if, okay, we can generate again the Swagger interface in order to interact with the smart contracts, it seems that there is still some issues, and we're looking forward to fix this like in the next 2 weeks. And hopefully
So I can
finish
maybe
all.
add. Yeah. So we have been working on this with 3D OpenAI. As like George said, like it was broken after like due to some Java changes and those things. So it's like it has been updated for a bit long. So we updated all the libraries dependencies and then refactored some code and fixed all the tests. But right now, when we are trying to generate the OpenAPI spec, it's been empty. So right now maybe there's some issue with the code chain logic, or maybe it's not able to pick the contracts from which it is trying to create. So we are like trying to fix that, and maybe the next week we should be able to get this. And apart
Mhm.
from that, we have also worked on that Web3J installer. So right now, what happens when we try to install Web3J or directly Web3J CLI? So it runs a script on our machine, and we are not checking like if what's the checksum of that. Basically, the checksum of that script we are running. So it creates a potential issue basically. Um, so what we have done right now is we have added the checksum fix basically for both Windows and Mac and Linux. So whenever someone is installing a script, Web3 script on their local machine, it first checks the hash of the current downloaded script and from the GitHub cloud, and if it passes, then only we basically run the script on the machine.
Okay,
Just
that's great. Julius, are you familiar with Web2J CLI?
Not really.
Okay,
Not really
because
used it.
because like to have a better overview, as I was mentioned, like Web3J is split out
Mhm.
in many projects, and everything is doing something different. 1 second, just I've got the three. All these like Web3J consists in this. All these projects. And Web3 CLI is the command line that you can use in order to interact with Web3J to generate projects or generate smart contract wrappers and so on. And also have the Grader plugin and furthermore. And to install the Web3J CLI, you need to download the script remote with a curl and to run that script. And that was a bit insecure, and do that initial update it and added the checksum.
Okay. I just see Web3J unit. Sounds
Yep.
like a unit testing tool.
Yeah, exactly. This is our smart contract testing framework for Solidity smart contracts. Also, there should be somewhere
That's
a
good to
demo.
know.
Yeah, because in here we created a special annotation to run smart contract integration tests. And in here,
Mhm.
we created an annotation in which we specify the environment, like we would like to have. But let me go to the documentation to show you.
Yeah, because currently we are testing the smart contracts via JavaScript
Oh,
and
okay.
not in Java.
Okay, because you
Would be
can test it
better
directly
maybe.
with.
Yeah.
In here, you can use the EVM test and
Mm-hmm.
directly interact with the smart contract wrappers and test it, because the EVM test you mentioned, you will spin up a Docker image in behind, and that
Okay.
Docker
Okay.
image is a EVM node, and that's how it works.
Oh, that's interesting.
I recommend you to look over to just to search in the documentation for EVM for you, sorry, not for you. I mean, yes, for EVM test or unit, and you will find in here some details. Or also like on the Google, you'll get to, we have some blog posts related to this. If you are like interested to find out more.
Good to know, yeah. I will sure take a look at that.
Okay.
Test.
Yep, and yeah, we have also EVM, which is EVM is the third-party project which is used by the unit in order to simulate that EVM environment and many others. Okay, this was related in terms of updates from my side and from Nishal. Okay, this is related to the Web3J Summit. As I was talking to you on LinkedIn, the purpose of this is to get closer to the enterprise community. We spoke with several representatives, and we decided to have this in the first week of December. We'll figure out exactly the date.
Oh, that's good because yeah, I guess you wrote me something like the last week of November.
Yeah,
that wouldn't really fit for me. But first week of December is way better.
Okay, that's great. Great to know because actually we were planning that, but we figured out that in US is the Thanksgiving Day, and most of the people will be on vacation, so that's why we moved it. Okay. And as I was mentioning, the goal is to get feedback from the enterprise community because like it's hard to develop things and to add features blindly and to know
Absolutely.
And that's why we are trying to engage more with the community, and also the reason for which we have this call, like to find out exactly the issues, the requirements, and just to make our life a bit easier. Okay, this
sure. Yeah, that's also why I'm here. From the other way around, but also to see what's coming up next and where we can improve, or we
that's
have
great.
to.
And also, like we have open places for contributors. Contributors and also for future maintainers, because this is also our goal. Like we really need the community help in order to keep track of with the work of all of these projects. And also we have a contributing file description. 1 second. And how to become a maintainer. It should be somewhere here. Maintain, yeah, exactly. We have this file in which we were mentioning the requirements for how to become a maintainer. Right now, the only active maintainers are me and Nishal, and also Connor sometime. We will need also to make Andrew emeritus maintainer. But that's that. Okay, let's see if the other artists didn't load. Okay, the reason for which I want to update this is because until the Web3J Summit, we plan to do a Web3J meetup call. It will take like around 40 minutes, in which we will discuss the new features that have been added to Web3J. We did the similar call. It was in February this year, and since then we haven't engaged again with the community in an event, and we have already this prepared here. And this will be on this month, on November 2022. And I can share this link in the chat.
Yeah,
maybe you would be interested to join, and also we will promote it on LinkedIn. We decided only yesterday on the last beats, and that's why we didn't have time to
And where would you publish it on LinkedIn?
In
On which
link,
page?
I will share it
I
from
just want
my
to make
side.
sure to follow
Yeah.
the right ones.
Well, I will publish it from my side, also from Web3
Okay.
Labs page, and also it will be shared by Hyperledger Foundation.
Okay.
Okay, for some reason I'm not able to see the chat. Oh, okay, here.
Okay.
Okay, so
But just a question, will there also be a change from naming it from Hyperledger to Linux Foundation?
Hyperledger
Somehow?
is part of the Linux
It's just part
Foundation.
of the, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Do you know
But
initial?
the name Hyperledger will stay. Yeah, okay.
Yes, this will say. Do you know initial, because you work more on these naming conventions and you've been up to date with them, do you know if Hyperledger will be renamed?
No. So it's just like yeah, LFTT, decentralized. What do you call
Trust.
the Linux Foundation decentralized trust? Yeah. But
Okay.
the names from the project will be the same, like Hyperledger Web3J and is it Caliper or anything? But
Okay,
I think
gotcha.
there's one more thing from Besu. They have removed the Hyperledger name, so it's just Besu.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool. Other than this, we have Web3J mentorship going on. And in here, the goal of this mentorship is to make Web3J compatible again with Android. It used to be in the past till it was to version until it was to
4.8.9.
Java. Yep. And but since then, like the things, the version didn't really match each other. The SDK from the Android with the JDK from Java. And right now we have a mentee. This mentorship is part of the Linux Foundation, which is working to create from the master branch to create a separate branch, which would be called Web3J Android. And all those modules in there right now are migrated to Android. And there is a work going on there because due to the Java versions, there are some things that needs to be rewritten, and yeah, we'll see where we'll get to that with that. But still, the work is going on, and once that is finished, we'll have also a Web3J Android product. Okay, and in terms of major issues, when we get to this point, we ask the participants in the call to share any issues that would like us to look into. Julius, do you have?
Currently, I don't have a bigger issue. So I guess nothing from my side regarding this topic.
Okay. I know I still have on my backlog your issue that was opened related to the overloading issue in the smart contracts in terms of parameters. We didn't, like, it's in the backlog. We have some other priorities right now, but for sure we'll cover that. And also one other thing that we can share with you in order to have like a better overview of what's happening here is the roadmap that we decided for this year. And in here is the approach. I mean, in here are the features that we plan to add, and also we have added also to solve most of the open issues. including yours, but it will be useful, like if you'd like to take a look and give us a feedback, or maybe when you have time and after you like go deeper into Web3J, that will be really useful for us, as we don't have so many members engaging in these calls. So
I guess Nishal showed me that before, like some weeks ago.
oh, okay. Okay.
And just a question, which was not, I guess, not what clear. Will Web3J 5 require Java 21 or also 17?
No,
is there-
Java Web3J 5 will be on Java 21, and also I think we'll
Okay.
migrate to Java 21 a bit sooner
Okay.
than
Okay.
Web3J 5, because one of the main reasons is that we are using as a test environment the Beso network, and that runs on Java 21 at the moment. And every time we try to stay up to the latest Beso version. And in order to do that, due to the compatibility, we need also to migrate to a latest Java.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just in this moment create a ticket on our project board to migrate to Java 21.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and anyway, it's good like to stay up to date with Java.
Yeah, currently we're still on 17, but
even if like maybe it's hard to migrate it, but like if the project is not that big or that old yet, it's good like to migrate it. Okay,
yeah, it shouldn't be a bigger problem, I guess. Hope so.
Okay.
Because that's probably my task.
But like if the project is not like involved like in a chain, if it's not imported in another project and so on, it and doesn't reflect any other further migrations of Java, then should be quite smooth to migrate it.
Not bigger involved. Yeah, it shouldn't be a bigger problem.
Okay, so yep, this is everything we prepared for this contributor call. Nishal, do you have anything else to add?
Oh no, I think you covered it. Yeah.
Okay. Julius, do you have maybe any other question or anything else that you'd like to know?
Currently not. I had a smaller issue, but I didn't write it down, unfortunately.
Okay, then you can just let us know in the Discord. There is the best way to connect with us, because most of the time maybe we don't see each issue. So
yeah, sure.
Just ping us on Discord.
Okay.
Okay, great then. So thanks everyone, and hope to see you next time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.